Welcome to the second part of the Boss Moves book summary. Do you know the most important thing to build $1 million business? It is not money. It is not leads or customers. It is not about the team. It is not about the brand. It is the mindset. It is important to have the right mindset to grow $1 million business. Once your mindset changes, everything on the outside will change along with it. In this section, we're mostly going to cover mindset, and if you have not watched the first part, then I highly recommend you to watch the first part. The link I will be given in the I button and even in the description of this video, so make sure you check out and watch the video till the end. If you want to buy this book, I'll be putting the link in the description of this video. Have you ever felt overwhelmed watching video after video and you cannot implement them? The simple reason behind that, you don't know how to learn things. Think of learning as a game of levels. In the game we have level 1, level 2, level 3. Similarly, we need to think of learning as a game of levels. Learning is an elevator. Learning takes you from one floor to another floor. If you want to learn, you need to elevate, and when you are elevating, you are learning something first. So the faster you learn, the more you earn. There are basically 4 levels of learning, or you can say there are 4 stages of learning, and I am going to explain these 4 levels with an example. If you tell a 7-year-old kid to drive a car, do you think he will be able to drive the car? Definitely not. The simple reason behind this is that the kid doesn't have knowledge about driving a car, and also he cannot drive the car. So in that situation of a person we call unconscious incompetence, means you are unaware of the skill and you lack proficiency, which means he doesn't know about the skill and even cannot perform the skill. Now the same kid grows up and becomes 14 years old, and now he has the knowledge to drive the car, but he cannot drive the car. He knows what is gear, clutch, and accelerator and how to use them, but practically he cannot drive the car. So in that stage, we call it conscious incompetence, means you are aware of the skill but you are not proficient, which means you know about the skill but you cannot perform the skill. In the third scenario, when the kid becomes 18 years old guy and he knows how to drive the car and also can drive the car with an instructor sitting beside him. He's driving, and wherever he is driving alone or with the instructor, he is very conscious and very careful using the accelerator, gear, and clutch because he has just started learning or is learning in the learning phase. In that stage, we call conscious competence, means you are able to use the skill but only with the effort, which means you are performing the skill but with a lot of effort and energy. The guy then becomes a 25-year-old, and now he has so many years of experience in driving. Now it becomes so easy for him. He can drive the car while listening, he can drive the car while talking to someone, and he can drive the car while listening or calling someone over the phone. Now it becomes automatic for him, as he can drive without putting in any effort. So in that stage of learning, which we call unconscious competence, means performing the skill becomes automatic. Eliminate to elevate. If you want to learn something faster, then you need to eliminate something from your life. Here Myron Golden says, I once read that sacrifice is not giving up something that you desire. Sacrifice is letting go of something of lower nature so that you can hold something of higher nature. What does it mean? It means eliminating something from your life that has lower nature and holding something of higher nature. The first thing he tells us to eliminate is internal conflicts. An example of internal conflict are doubts and overwhelming feeling in your mind. You need to eliminate that because internal conflict usually manifests itself as resistance to whatever things you are learning. Internal conflicts always create resistance whenever you try to learn something new, so eliminate that internet conflicts. What you have got to realize is that when you feel overwhelmed, you are feeling that way because you are about to go into the next phase. Understand that overwhelm is not a sign that you should quit. Overwhelming is a sign that you are about to level up, so don't let your overwhelm control you. Never mumble these kinds of sentences like I am overwhelmed, I am scared, I don't know. Remember that overwhelm is a sign that you are getting ready to level up. Do you realize that there are the things in your life right now that you think are too hard for you to do, but the truth is the only reason you think it is hard is that you have not properly learned how to do them. Busyness is not the same as productivity. All movement is not progress, and you have to start learning one thing at a time to master it. You may be doing a lot of things in your business and those things may not be working. That's because you have not mastered the lowest level of those things. Let us take an example of learning sales. Suppose we have learned the basic principle of sales, like asking the right question to the prospect, understanding their pain points, and selling is not convincing, etc., etc. But in case we did not master one thing, that is understanding the problem of our audience, then our entire sales knowledge and learning will go in vain. Myron says, instead of moving first and completing nothing, it is better to take time and truly master one thing at a time. The average business owner could become a millionaire and build a successful business if they master one business skill at a time. So stop multitasking and focus on one thing at a time and get good at it, then move to the next thing. The second thing Myron Golden says here is to eliminate cultural indoctrination. Cultural indoctrination is basically the societal point of view. Your society will tell you that you cannot build $1 million business, but you should not listen to them because this is cultural indoctrination. Cultural indoctrination has the goal of making us go against what is for us and go for what is against us. A lot of people are stuck with news, movies, memes, and social media pages as something they cannot control. So what Myron Golden advises here, that eliminate that news, stop reading newspapers, and stop reading magazines. This This will result in eliminating the societal perspective from your life so that you can start learning new things and can achieve your dream to build your million-dollar business. If you cannot fix what's going on in your world, how you can fix something that is happening outside your world? That's true. If you cannot control what's happening in your life, then how you can expect that you can control something happening in someone else's life? So focus on yourself and stop worrying about something that you cannot control. The third thing here he tells us to eliminate is the minutia. He talks about the people who always focus on someone else's life, for example the fans of celebrities. They're subconsciously focusing on distraction and not focusing on the things that make a difference in people's life. They are supposed to work and serve the people around them and the people who need their help. So you go to eliminate something that is minor in relation. When your favorite celebrity dies, you become so sad and start worrying. I know that you will have affection for the person, but this is a minor relationship, so you have to eliminate that kind of relationship because it is not going to help you in achieving your million-dollar business. Work has two sides, head and tail. Work is basically a two-sided coin that has a head and tail. Work that lands on the head are working for you, and work that lands on the tail is working on you. All work is either working for you or it is working on you. The work that you are working on that's not working for you, it works until you become the person for whom it can work. So he says when you even feel like you are putting all the effort in the work, you are grinding the gears, you are putting into the gas and you feel like it is not working, that means it is working on your character. It is building you up for the next step, so don't quit. The fourth thing he tells us to eliminate is confusion. It is about the lack of clarity. He says that master one level before you move to the next level. The simple reason behind this is that a lot of people are confused because they have no clarity about the basics of something that they are learning, so knowing about something is not the same as knowing the thing, so finish what you have started before you start something new. If you want to have clarity about the things that you are learning, then start asking questions. Open up to new possibilities and stop holding yourself back. If you want to be a winner, then start doing the things that you have not started and continue that master at it. Increment mastery to effortlessness. The simple meaning is to be so good at something that it becomes effortless for you to do. Here he talks about modeling success. If you want to model success from a person who has achieved the level of success you want to achieve, then you have to model three things from them. First, their belief system. Second, their psychology, thoughts, and mental syntax. Mental syntax means an order in which they fire off messages in their brain. When you decide to learn a new thing, you have got to trust the person's belief system that you are modeling more than you trust in your belief system. So if you are reading this book, then you must trust Myron Golden and whatever he is saying. If you desire to duplicate any form of human excellence, find somebody who is experiencing excellency in that arena and model that and keep modeling it until you find mastery, which means you know what they are and you know how to do it with effortlessness. Do it till you have got all the mastery and you are experiencing business from a place of effortlessness. Now we're going to talk about partnership, purposes, and priorities. If you are doing any kind of business, then you need to work on partnership. He has given the example of Russell Brunson and Todd Dickerson. They co-founded the ClickFunnels software. Todd is very good at developing the software, so Russell partnered with him and they founded this amazing funnel building software. Another example is Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs, who co-founded Apple. They worked as a team and they make it the best company in the world. So here Myron advised us that if you are a talker, then attach to talker. That means if you're doing any kind of business, then you need to have a partner that's like you. If you want to have the right business, then you should add the right education into it. First, make your main thing your back end and then create an information product for the front end. It will change your game forever. Myron Golden says, stop selling your services and partner with somebody who could help you to take things up to only $100 million. Because it is better to have a 50% of watermelon than 100% of grapes. If one person can make $1,000, then two people can make $10,000. You may be one of those people who do not want to give up at least 30 to 50%, but most successful companies in American history are willing to give 70%. That's why they are successful, because they want 50% of watermelon rather than 100% of grapes. Then he talked about how you need to partner with people and collaborate in order to grow your business and increase your brand visibility. You can leverage your business by hiring a good team. A good team can help you to fill the gap. Now let's talk about the purpose of our life. He advises us to live a simple life. You don't need a Lamborghini or Rolls-Royce or Mercedes. The first objective of your business is to win first. Put your business in a place where your business cannot lose and then get your Rolls-Royce from your overflow. The last thing he talked about was the lifestyle. Do something to reward yourself. Then he says to yield your life to God. God wants us to create a business, so it is a God principle, and we should live our lives to God as freedom because He is the king of our life. Remember that time is not money. Time is infinitely more valuable than money. Finally, he talks about legacy. Legacy is about not making the next generation start from scratch. That means that you are leaving something for the next generation so that they would not have to start from scratch. Impact your life of your family and your parents. Give them a better life, and then he tells you to serve the people around you. Change their life, transform their life. Finally, we have completed the second section of the boss move, so I hope you got value from this video. If you got value, then don't forget to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Also, check for the third part in the description if you're watching it after a week or a month or a year later. Thank you so much for watching.